It's a trap!
Alright, alright, alright. Here we go. We got Jason, Doug, Phil, Trider, Schmidt Appens, Wicket, Kevin, Stylo, Pew Pew. Stream should be working, hopefully. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome, everyone. Smash the like button. Thank you, Angel. Steven, what's going on? Marble Flint. Apega. What's going on here? Wasn't hearing me? Oh, I was probably on the intro screen for a second. Alright. Gobble gobble. Hopefully it's a turkey shoot out there. We'll find out. Dimpley, what's going on? Paprika. Getting over a little bit of a cough, so you have to excuse me. Jarvis. Coming along. Alright, so today we got... What is it? Tier 6 1v1s. Doing PC ranked. What's the team composition on that? 5v5? Let's see how we're coming on the Burgoyne. Not too far away, actually. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I think it was on this tab. One of these, no, maybe the offers. It was probably the special tab. There were, maybe they're gone now, but there were insignias for relatively cheap. I think it was like 250 doubloons, 500 doubloons, and 1,000 doubloons or something. So I snagged 3 of those on this one. Even got one on the free-to-play account. Maybe that deal's gone now. I don't know. Let's see what we got going on today here. Tier 6. Doesn't look like the prizes are worth a damn, but that's alright. Florida. I'll think about Florida, but I'm not going to start with that. Cough's been getting worse. Should be turning a corner on it pretty soon here. The kid. I'm always wary of destroyers. Let's just take a look at our options. I think Heinrich would be interesting. I don't know. I really am not coming into this with any ideas. I don't know. I mean, I think destroyers would have a hard time with cruisers, right? I don't know. Could be interesting. Leon could be interesting. Heinrich worked well for you. How you doing, Flo? Yeah, the Heinrich wouldn't be bad, but I feel like we're going to run into a lot of Heinrichs. That would be my guess, depending on how many people actually have it. But I would assume a lot of people do. Akatsuki might be interested. What's the HP? 15,000. I don't know. Akatsuki could be kind of fun. I'm just imagining suicide rushing like light cruiser, like a Flint or something. Could be difficult.
Who does General Quarters work for? Who does General Quarters work for?
Gonna need a refill in the water. Liza checking him, been a member for 16 months already. On the 8th day, God created Tbull and he saw that it was good. Thank you. And on the 9th day, he's like, whoa, shit. What have I done? All right, what do we got here? What do we got for options? What about Gneisenau? I wonder how the torpedo angles on all the German battleships compare. Because that could be a difference maker. EJ, E6 bolts going on. Tallinn good, but not the most maneuverable. Yeah, that one would make me relatively nervous. I think the battleships can whack it. I don't know here. I mean, number one, we got a lot of shit. I think this is the tier that has the most ships. Tier 7 might be catching up. Is York worth considering? Or Munchen? What's the armor look like on a Munchen? Okay, this is going to be interesting here. Well, I'm sitting here with my thumb up my ass. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, get the stream promoted with YouTube a little bit. We're going to put it to a vote. I'm just trying to come up with the opening plays. There's just a lot of interesting ships on this tier. How do we want to approach this? What are you guys seeing a lot of out there? I mean, last time I think we were in a cruiser most of the time, but we kind of got lucky and ran into a lot of cruisers. All right, let's get the pole beginning to be constructed here. What's the speed on these puppies? 69 knots. I bet you they hit like a motherfucker, right? Let's put this thing on here. I might look foolish. I don't play terrible a lot. I'm going to put it on the pole. I'm intrigued by Lyon. Let's put it on there just for shits. I'm not planning on dominating today necessarily. Just because of how many options people have. Like, there's going to be hard counters to a lot of these ships. We might have to just adjust as we go. What's this thing look like here? Scharnhorst. I don't know. I got a feeling we're going to play a lot of different ships. I'm going to put I'll put a couple destroyers on there. But I don't know if destroyers are going to be the way to go. It all comes down to what people are playing. If it's all battleships, that's one thing. Terrible's bold. Use York. Yeah, German cruisers typically do pretty well in these formats because you got your torpedoes, you got your good guns, relatively sturdy. Not necessarily the lower tier ones, but York and hipper. Relatively sturdy. Akatsuki seems like a meme-worthy terrible idea. I don't know. It could be a disaster. I think you're right. Let's see where we're at. Heinrich's in the lead. Actually, it's a pretty tight race, except for the Akatsuki. Need high cal guns in the DD. Good number of DDs versus your Heinrich. That sounds pretty good. Florida, if you want a nice 6-hour stream. Yeah, I definitely don't have time for that, Florida. All right, looks like the Heinrich's going to come out on top to start. Let's start with the Heinrich. We'll go until we die a couple times with it. Switch the York about halfway through, as you wanted it to end. Yeah, the York, if I'm looking at cruisers, that's on a short list. It's just going to be like, what are we seeing out here, I think, is going to be the main question. Oh, this controller's on it's getting pretty close to being needed to replace. If you ever see the camera just panning like this, which probably does in a lot of my videos now, there's a slight drift. Alright, what's our sonar range? 5.4. Pretty decent. No, I was like, why are there no torpedoes? It just took a second to pull up. Pretty decent. I don't know. I mean, not bad launch angles, but you do notice if you're close range, you'd be at risk of losing a torpedo exchange with a cruiser, depending on what we're fighting. Switch shells. Holy shit. This is why I don't shoot HE at destroyers at the end. Though apparently I broke that rule last time. Off to a great start! Do a hard reset? Nah, it's, well, I don't know how to do that, number one, but... This happens to every single control. Since they made joystick controllers, this is... Like, when I'm playing the games, I'm mashing the fuck out of the joysticks. And I don't know if it started when they turn these things into buttons. That might have been the beginning of my problem, or it might not have been. Okay. There's a hole in the back. What? Alright. Well. I don't know if he turned after the launch or not. Either way, we should expect to follow salvo. That's kind of the problem with the cruise. You know, if you're up against the battleship, you kind of have to torp them. Unless he gets in a good kiting situation and just outshoots me, but that'd be difficult. I think we saw that last time, though, if I'm not mistaken. Whoever that legend was that faced me 2 times in a row.
Feueralarm! Torpedos direkt voraus!
Alright. Surrey's torpedo reload? No idea. We just gotta assume he's reloaded. But it doesn't look like he's got too many options left. That's the life of the cruiser. Whoa. You should try and be dropping the spot. Like if he got behind here, my guns would probably stop shooting him. Might get a torpedo reload. Or a heal, potentially. Doesn't that thing have a heal? Alright, well. I think that's a decent option for a ship. Alright, let me get another thing of water quick. What do you guys think? We'll go until we lose 1 or 2, albino. Sorry, would not have been your choice. I don't think it would have been mine either. That's just kind of how these ranks go, though. I mean, there's counters to the ships. Heinrich v. Heinrich. Here we go. I already forgot the spawn point. I think it's down yonder. I might be completely wrong. No, that's where it is. We're just gonna go for it. If he kills us, he kills us. Cross of Corn. Yeah, so in the comments, someone was like, it doesn't have the sonar. It's got a, what was it? A speed boost or something else? I think there was one of those ships in my last video. Elodius coming on out. Thanks for the content. Gonna win that exchange. I didn't even hit him. Fuck. Yeah, that's a serious advantage. 7,000 health. Fuck. That might be the game. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, he's gonna play it safe, huh?
George Dewey is equivalent of a rock star.
I think I'm going to lose this one. That would be my guess. Alright, so he's going to turn away, which is what he needs to do, because I need to basically hit him with the torpedoes. I don't think you really need a... I'm not going to change my builds for rank, because I'll never remember to fix them later, but I don't think you would need to really go for secondary range in this mode. Secondary reload would be nice, sure. Shit, I'm gonna have to keep him on the right, I think. Alright, so it's... Shit. I don't know what's going on with his torpedoes here. I'm worried he fucked it up. I thought this guy would pretty easily beat me this game. I don't know why I didn't launch his torpedoes. I'm confused about this one, I'll tell you that. Not really going for his guns, I'm just trying to get him down. There we go, nice. That was a bit of luck there. I think this guy kind of fucked that up. You can't really give up the middle like I did there. I was hoping I could draw him into the open. But that's a big risk, because once he gets on there, he's got the tie break. He could have even just rammed me. I think it's still won, right? So I don't know what he was doing there, but most opponents are not good. Ship Smasher. I don't got that one, man. The most confusing part of that one, like he had my first launch should have coincided with his first launch, unless he just barely overturned his torpedo angle and couldn't correct or something. I don't know. Something happened. It was unexpected. All right, Gneisenau versus Heinrich. This is interesting. I guess we're just gonna have to go for the torpedo joust on these, even though I think Gneisenau will have the advantage. But we can't concede the middle again. That was not gonna. It's not gonna hold up. All right, where is he? Is he down here? Yeah, I think so. Christ, I can never remember where these people are. The ship has 3 guns that sail through the front, so that's an advantage. beaching? I wonder if I can just beat him here. Not if those hit me. I think it reloads faster than me. It definitely hits harder, and its secondaries seem pretty good. So I think we're in trouble. I'm gonna have to get the Torp involved. Just gonna means I'm gonna have to risk a shot. Should be able to dodge him. Hmm. Oh. I think that's 2 games we should have lost. I think we cannot trade with the Gunais now. Honestly, if he would have just dropped anchor there, I think he would have won pretty easily. Alright. Badger God, what's going on? I got four torps, he's got 3. G-Wagon has the arm advantage, exactly. I think the Gneisenau could probably just punch this thing right through the nose, right? I mean, these things are built to be able to be killed for a reason, because if they were as armored as like a Gneisenau or a Bismarck, they would ruin the game, you know. I mean, if you could plop, like when I'm playing these things in a regular game, if you can just put them somewhere where they're shooting at 3 things at once, like, you're going to piss off the whole red team. They're going to sink you as quickly as they can, but in the meantime, if you fuck up those guys, you're trading 1 ship for 2 or 3 ships. Maybe you won't kill them, but you'll ruin their games, hopefully. They're really, really good at that, but in terms of fighting them 1v1, I don't think they're that. I think Gneisenau might actually be a better pick than this one. But Gneisenau's guns are so fucked up, too. Trading room's next update, we'll see. That'll be the hope, but I don't know. Like, there was a lot of speculation about it when it very, very, you know, when it had just happened. But you guys remember, Wargaming used to be in Belarus for the most part, and then they pulled all those guys out. And I think there was some other thing where, like, one of the main development teams with the core game was ending the partnership with the company or whatever. I mean, there's been shit like that going on behind the scenes, and then we haven't really heard that much, but it's possible they're running out of stuff that was programmed before. All right, New Orleans is in a serious bind. Like, he can't torp me. I would never pick a cruiser without torpedoes in this mode just for this reason. I'm not saying he can't win, but he might just have to try and torp me and go for a draw, right? Or not torp, but ram. I don't know what other options he's got. That's the difficulty with that one. Like, if you're playing the cruiser with the torpedoes and you draw the battleship, you're going for the torpedo ambush, right? That's the play. But with that boat, I don't know what your play is. That's just, you kind of lose the game by default. Look what's been added this year, not a lot. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really understand game programming enough to like understand how deep the pipeline would have been. Like, was there 6 months of shit that was basically ready to go, or is everything being added like the minute it's finished? I have no idea how that stuff works. Alright, oh, look who we got here. AR grad. Yeah, so far so good. Howard, what's going on? You'd have to have room to keep the range long. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the maps are just... what is it to the wall? 12, like my secondaries can basically hit the back wall, you know. By the time we get on the cap. Huckleberry, what's going on? Apparently after the roadmap blog post, big things happen. Okay. Big bad things, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't really know what's going on. I don't really keep up with it, but are you gonna angle or not? Einschlag, Stylo. Einschlag. Easy now. Easy, Leonard. Oof. It's not done yet. Oh, he is hurt, Kenny. He is hurt. And he's down! I think Stylo's giving me a freebie. GG, buddy. Paid actor. The München Blitz. German battlecruisers bad. AA Ron says so. München wouldn't be bad. What up, Tyrell? Alright, let's see. I'm not even done grinding the ship, for Christ's sakes. $380s, okay. He's taking it easy on me. I think he was eating a hot dog. Alright, who do we got here? Legal, Buster, and the Heinrich. Hmm. We want to play off of that one. It's basically a jump ball. I don't know. Unless he wants to park and just show off whose secondaries are bigger. That'd be dope. I think he's right about here, so how to get like a good one. I don't think we can outrange the secondaries in this. So I'm probably, even if he doesn't have a super secondary. Oh, he's way over there. Okay. Shit, I just missed a free shot. That was too bad. If you can get 5K to open for free, that's a pretty big advantage. 10K. Alright, we're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Hipper you're going with for 2-7. Yeah, that'd be a pretty strong one. Come on. What? Fucking gun overspun. Shit. I think he might have got me. That'll. Looks like 2 of them. Shit. It's a bit of a problem right there.
Wir haben ein Leck unterhalb der Wasserlinie. Wir laufen schnell voll. Problem gelöst.
For some reason his sonar's not on. I think by the time I can do this, his torpedoes might be back. Shit. Hmm. Should just fuck me up. I don't know what he's doing. Kind of fucked that up, my boy. Well, I'll get one shot at me. Oh, he's not even pushing. He needed a torp. Shit. God, I fucked it up and then he didn't convert. Jesus. Getting lucky today. I put myself in the old Austin Power trying to turn the cart around in the hallway. And survived. I don't know what the torp reload is on that, but I feel like it's relatively quick, isn't it? Got greedy, I mean... I don't know. Like as I was hitting that beach, I wasn't sure if I was killing myself or if it was a great play. I had just got the angle on the torpedoes to protect that flank, so that was the difference maker. But I think he should have, once he had me kind of stuck there, I would have just, he could have found a spot where he could have dealt damage without getting torped, I think. And he had a big health advantage, so that's what I would have tried to do, but easier said than done. These maps are so goddamn small for these big tier ships. I think they should throw Ocean into this mix. What do you guys think about that? Tesla Torp reload build? What do we got here? Miyoko. Okay. Well, we know what he's going to try and do. Yoko v. Heinrich could be difficult. Yeah, I think Ocean would be fun. Ocean would not be so fun for cruisers. No. It might have to be you might have to change the rules if you're on Ocean that you have to play the same class. Otherwise it would be kind of dumb. Ocean will give DDs the power to break the game. Maybe. I mean, there's still a cap that you'd have to get on. He's not on A, so he must be over here. He is over there. Okay. That's what I thought. So he's pointing at me, which is important to note. Because, as you can probably guess, he's probably under the impression he needs to torpedo me. I don't think he can currently do so. Now he's probably able to.
Problem gelöst.
All right. Probably got 15 to 20 seconds to target. Yeah, it's not an easy one. YouTube sucking. It's been doing that lately. I don't know what it is with the internet, but one sec. I think I got a package. There. Yeah, hopefully it'll work itself out here, but looking at the stream stats on my computer, there's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately. Alright. So someone was asking earlier about the builds. With the German battleships, there's so many different ones. You got von Hipper and Silex, obviously. You got Hyde. And I think if you're doing the secondary build, Hyde might be actually better. But at this point, I got 2 more levels on this guy than this guy, and Hyde doesn't generate his own commendations. So a lot of it's just the ability to max Celiax. If for the will to rebuild ideas, I would say cruisers get 50% more chance for fire starting, and for destroyers, their concealment's cut in half. For the will to rebuild equivalents. Yeah, you would think they would just be able to turn the light switch off on that perk and just get rid of it. But here it is. All right, Scharnhorst, interesting. Certainly capable. Where did we decide he was last time? Over here, right? Yep. Been running Hyde. Hyde's a good option. Hyde's a good commander. He was one of the first gen event commanders that have... This is the one where the guy's not as parked here, right? Or am I thinking of a different one? You could do elements of accuracy and the double heal if you want. Or in this case, you could put the secondary booster if you're a man of culture. Way over there. Fuck. There's another free shot I missed. Those are critical fuck-ups when you're playing this game. Did get a damage count on him, though. Or what? Yep, there he goes. Kind of a shitty performance on this one. Trying to knock these guns out is tough because there's not a lot of ship under it. Probably just better just to shoot for damage. Well, He's winning so far. Oof. Try and turn and blast his ass. He's got to be close in his reloads, so. Don't want to concede the game. Yeah, I think he won right there. He should be able to get his launch in first. Maybe he fucked that up.
Feueralarm! Problem gelöst.
Oh, fuck. Whew! I think he was deeper into his turn than I was, so I think he should have been able to torp me first. Yeah, well, we'll take it. Florida RNG's always ass, isn't it? Your penetration angles increased by 15%. There we go. Yeah, we're 19 likes shy of 100, guys. I bet we could probably hit that. See if we can run it up a bit here. What's up, Ty? How you doing? Change boat. We're not going to change till I lose, man. You nuts? Hey, see what's going on. Nail biter. Yeah, I think Gneisenau's got the advantage.
Gegnerische Streitkräfte entdeckt.
Alright. He's over there. I might just keep him at range. A little early advantage, at least. Man, that thing's got a quick reload. Yeah.
Feueralarm!
So we'll see if that fire goes out. That's the first fire. What I'm thinking about is that torpedo still knocked or not? He put the damage, or he put the fire out. So he fixed the torp. Shit. I don't know if I can turn quick enough to actually hit him with the torpedo. See, if he turns out there, I think he can torp me for free. These German battle cruisers kind of start and stop kind of slowly. Fuck. Has he got to ram me or what? Shit, I can't hit him. He shouldn't be able to hit me though either, right? Nice play.
Wir haben ein Leck unterhalb der Wasserlinie. Wir laufen schnell voll.
Fuck.
Problem gelöst.
Way longer reload than I thought. Damn, he got me. I do think an Eisenhower was probably the better pick than that one, but... Alright. We'll give him props for that one. Seems like he knew what he was doing there. Broken torps don't last. Well, that's true. But I mean, well, yeah, because he wouldn't have... It doesn't matter if your torps get busted before the first launch, but after that, it's catastrophic. Because you lose all your reload. Alright, well, it wasn't a bad run for that one. I think that's a pretty solid pick. I think we could do pretty well in Gneisenau now. But what are we seeing? We haven't seen a single destroyer, right? So it's been cruisers and battleships. I know you guys are going to want to see you do more German battleships, but I think they're the only way to do this. Honestly, I kind of want to just keep going with Brandenburg. You high win rates out there? Yeah, I've seen some good guys out here. I'm going to play one more set, and if we lose again, then we'll change. KGV wouldn't be bad. I don't know, just not having the torps is such a disadvantage, you know? And every battleship we're running into is German. Like, I just don't know how King George would beat this thing. I think an Eisenhower is better pick. I don't think Scharnhorst would be necessarily. But non-Germans, I just don't really understand how you do it. Benson or Moss? I mean, my reservations are I haven't seen a single destroyer yet, so we're playing a lot of cruisers and a lot of battleships. Which just becomes, do they know how to counter a suicide rush or not? God damn it. Gotta be ready to go on this shit. I knew where it was gonna be too. Foolish. Charging the Munchen. Yeah, I could. I think a cruiser would be the other way to do it. I just don't see a destroyer working. Get me with one, but that's probably it. Nope. He doesn't want to go that broadside. Do it! Holy shit. That was going to give me a draw there. Although I think we learned last time that if you kill him, you immediately win. Jesus. That Sharnos is way more maneuverable than this. I'll tell you what would be a good... You know what? Why don't we try Gneiss now? With this thing right here. Hollow and speed, Emily. Brawler, torpedo speed. Here's an advantage. I'm going to try this here. Let's just switch it up. Pan-Asia. I might be the only guy that likes those destroyers. How often do you see the Yin Yang these days? Never? Got killed right before your opponent, but you were on head on points. How would that work? I'm pretty sure, like last week, we almost died simultaneously, but this map is so fucking hard for these battleships. Like I don't feel like I have any advantage over anyone on this map, but maybe with this maneuverability it'll be alright. You see what I'm saying though? Have we faced a single non-German battleship? Like, I don't see how a King George would survive a Scharnhorst just rushing it and nuking it. Yeah, sure, why not? Can I get away with this? I don't know. Probably not. But we'll find out. Yeah, this thing moves a million times better than the Brandenburg, or whatever that thing was. Prince Ruprecht. Prince Friedrich, whoever the fuck we were just playing. Eric, thanks for subbing. Do have that side available. I guess we better get ready. So that's what he's going to be doing. I don't think he can kill me with a torpedo salvo. Unless I hit this beach. You gotta remember they come off the back. That changes the angle a little bit. Jesus Christ. Kill the fucking thing. Gonna be close. Wow. Flood and 2 fires. That's a pretty fun battle when you get those two going head to head. Yeah, let's see where we're at here. 6 more to go. I think Gneisenau is the ship of the tier, to be honest with you. This might make it even more fun. Tends to get mirrored in matchmaking. Sometimes we've seen that, sometimes not. Like I feel like the first ranked season or 2 of this one. What are we on? We're on 3 of 4, right? I feel like the tier 4 one we were seeing everything. Now all of a sudden we're seeing mostly battleships, a couple cruisers, no destroyers. Can't turn into there, unfortunately. Like if you play a destroyer or a cruiser, you can get in there. I think when was it 2v2 or 3v3? I think when me and Meta were playing, I was going through this gap and he was going up here. Strasbourg? I don't know how to play Strasbourg. I'm not going to try and learn during ranked. Today the whole stream just the shitty rank mode. Well, if I can get 6 more wins, then no. Probably about the first half. Yeah, let's be ready to go this time. Pretend we've been here before. Did he cross the gap already? No way. Where the fuck is he? Is he going over here? Well, now I'm confused. Very confused. Maybe he's trying to turn into here. He is. He's either right here or over here. Holy fuck. I did not see that shit coming. And then to not have the launch. I don't understand what happened. Unless he's zoned or something. If I knew exactly where the torps were, I'd try and shoot them. I don't. So he's probably got more torpedoes, right? Fuck. I'm losing this one. Too bad. Alright. I don't think I need to rush him. Alright, he did get the turn. Couldn't tell if he's gonna beat you or not. Oh, there he goes. Ooh. Was that his main gun? This guy's a wily son of a bitch. I'll give him that much. Fuck. Boy. Alright, so here's the torp. Should be ready. Fuck, they're already down. Never mind.
Hauptturm kritisch beschädigt.
They had to launch. Wow. That was a nice battle. I don't care what color of the badge. That was a pretty good battle. The bold machine. 74 not battleship torps surprise people. Alright guys. Let's see if we can close in on the 150 like. We smashed through 100. Appreciate that. These have been fun duels. But oh my god, here we got a Colorado. Alright, let me attempt to describe why I don't think this would work. And if I lose this, then you can laugh and point and say this guy's a fucking moron. And I'll be unable to deny said allegations, but if I don't screw it up, I think I'll be able to smash them. Get stumped coming in hot. Yo, Bull, enjoying the stream. You should clear for a Christmas treat. Hey, thank you, Get Stung. Appreciate that. Very generous. Thank you very much. Why do I never know where these guys are? Oh my god. Oof. Alright. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright. Well, we saw one of the strengths of this over the Prince whatever a second ago. He did hit me in the nose, but it did nothing. Jesus. I don't think one torp salvo would kill him, right? So we better not fuck around too much.
George Dewey is equivalent of a rock star.
Alright, good dodge. Decent shot. Oh, keep dodging. Keep dodging, you had it. There you go. Oh, he ate one. The fuck? He had that completely dodged. Colorado's mean guns, rip you in any given salvo. Yeah. I mean, look at when I'm armor angled like this, we'll see. I mean, he might very well beat me. I'm gonna count him out, for Christ's sakes. He's avoiding the torps well. I mean, he ate one, but he didn't get slaughtered. It's a good start. He's got longer range secondaries than I'm expecting. Fuck. Right. Or just about even. Young Pioneer. Welcome to the William Sims. Henrik has better win probability versus destroyers, absolutely. But I haven't seen a single destroyer today. Yeah, if there was a lot of destroyers, that ship would be lights out. I still think it's a solid one, but I think an Eisenhower and maybe even Char Norris beat him. Alright. Well. Maybe he's trying to turn around and come that way. Nope. He's actually trading pretty well. Go for the ram. I don't really game plan for rams, to be honest with you. Shit. Oh, did get a torp on him. Oof. Still getting pretty good damage. Come on, for Christ's sakes. Can you hit him, Celiax? He's 5 feet away from you. Jesus, Celiax. Stylo, were you partying with Celiax last night? I told him to get a good night's sleep. Shit, he might win. Holy fuck! And I get a commander reset. Jesus Christ. Imagine Jaws at the end if he's like, "Smile, you son of a bitch." And then he just fucking misses and gets eaten. That would suck. Not a movie I'd pay to see. Darkwing, what up? Secondary booster. So let me do my own thing. Didn't use a secondary consumable. I'm starting to hear that feedback in the comments. Perhaps I had an opportunity to increase the secondary damage. Victor, what's going on? All right, Young Pioneer, new member, appreciate that. Last week we had Sean and Thomas rejoining. And last stream we had Tobus Swain, Diesel Weasel, Meta, Ivan, and Donut being gifted memberships. Appreciate that. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, you can hit the link in the description or the join button. Appreciate that. All right. Well. Well, here's the considerations. If I go this way and he's going this way, then I'm behind him, which makes torping him much harder. If I go this way and he's going this way, then he's got this open water situation, which I kind of like on this map. Neither of us have a plane or a sonar. Sean, what's going on? One more member stream for you to ruin. Doesn't have good main battery damage per minute. No, but depending on what they're doing, like the reload and the fact that it can rip a lot of shit up. Like that, the Gneisenau that hit me hard when I was in the Prinz, He could have straight up out-traded me just by sitting where he was. I don't know what he's doing. Let's see what angle he's at. If he's pointing broadside to me, I'd probably lose. Yep, there you are, Governor. You're not trying to do what I think you're trying to do. Surely. You gonna select them or not? Oops. There's your secondary booster. You land lubbers. Are we not killing this thing or what? He needed to get behind cover and heal and capture and everything else. Not turn that way. I don't know if I'll be able to kill him or not. He's forcing me to use HE, Meta. He's forcing me. Before you comment. There we go. Alright, that one was relatively easy. Gotta conserve the ammo. The Tata commander, who the heck is that? Alright, just too shaggy. I actually don't have I don't have auto on this one. I got the Scharnhorst. We got speed and reload. Oops. Alright, I don't think we can get away with that again. Yeah, we saw one non-German battleship, the Colorado. We actually did relatively well. Managed to stay away from us. Iron Man, what's going on? So I need some glasses. Gdańsk is definitely one of the more frustrating ships to shoot. Alright. I'm just gonna go for a ram this game and call it a draw. So if they're doing mirrored matchmaking more or less, I think the destroyers would be kind of fun. Oh god, I had HE fucking loaded. I think my torpedoes hit faster. Nice shot. Ah, fuck, I missed. I didn't think he was gonna move. Just got outplayed. I think he killed me right there. It's gonna be tough to turn with a flood, for Christ's sakes. Turn, you fucker. Yeah, he won that one. I just fucked it up, I think. That opening shot where he blasted me for a quarter was pretty decent. Alright. Constant torp jousting gets on the nerves. A little stressful. Let's examine the world of destroyers. If you guys are saying destroyers are fighting destroyers. Boosta. Boosta wasn't going to do anything there. You guys got to remember when battleships are 2 kilometers from each other, they don't actually generally do much damage with the secondaries because they hit the bottom of the ship. You know, the auto aim point for the computer is like mid waterline, right? And it generally tends to hit towards the rear of the ship for whatever reason. Oh, they were mirrored the whole time. Well, that's good to know. So I don't know. When we did tier 4, it was definitely not mirrored, but maybe it's just because there's not as many ships. Not as much variety? I don't know. Alright, well, live and learn. I still don't know what we do against a Fiji, but... It's all good, albino. It's not mirrored preferential. Well, you know what I'm saying. But it seems for the battleship was preferring to fight battleship and then secondarily cruiser. You know? Guns down, back gun, okay. You launching or no? Get them torps in the water. Minsk. Yeah, Minsk, Leningrad. What else? I think the Fantastic wouldn't be bad. Or not the Fantastic, but the Terrible. Benson. Here we go again. It's the Benson. Alright, I forget every time. Shit. Well, at least we got twist and track. Ah, there he is. smoke sonar, but it's pretty easy to stay away from 3 kilometer smoke sonar. Alright. I'll make sure he doesn't stop my capture. I think he's just coming around to fight. Is what it would seem like. Which ain't gonna work for him. Yeah, I gotta at least get the lead. He's briefly up 10. Really don't know what he's doing.
Двигатель в форсированном режиме.
He go! I think I had AP there, didn't I? Oops. Alright. Dipping your toes in the festering cesspool of the great unwashed. Yeah, we've been having some fun today. Started off with the Prince Ruprecht or whatever. Friedrich. What is it? Who knows what prince it is? The tier 6 battle cruiser. Then we played some guys now. And then rumors began to circulate that destroyers were getting matched against destroyers. Alright, Z39. This is a little bit more difficult in terms of the consumables. The smoke sonar on the Brits, I don't really... It's such a different style than the Germans. Like, it's got good duration, but, you know, for this, it's not a huge advantage. Prince Heinrich, yes, Heinrich. Whatever the guy's called, you know. Everybody's a prince in Germany, apparently. Dime a dozen. Alright. They'll probably outspot me by a fair amount. There you go. Yeah. Where's he at? He's beaten me so far. Not by a lot, but a little bit. Not sure what the plan is. He definitely knows exactly where I'm beating him from. Beyond that. Any minute now. Oop. Alright. How's the weather where you guys are? How the fuck is that thing beating me in a gunfight is what I want to know. Yeah, it's probably on this line right here. If he launched. I don't think he did. I might have to switch to AP. How the fuck is he beating the shit out of me? Oops. Come on. He wants to ram me or not? Come on, Traverse. What the fuck? Range is kind of mute. Yeah. Moot. That ship seemed rather resilient to my efforts to blow it up. Which is surprising. Normally the Leningrad just beats the fuck out of everything. Unless I change my troops build. I don't think so. Looks good to me. Tiger 59. Oh. If we had 200 likes, maybe. Yeah, dude, we got Kiev. All right. 35 is better. I think 35 is better in general. 39 has some slight advantages. I don't know. It was... Unless he's got more health than me. Well, he probably does have more health. It just seemed like he was straight up out trading me, which was surprising. Wasn't what I was expecting, rather. Almost everyone will cross and go behind here. Oh my god. What the fuck? Not a huge trade, but a little frustrating. Well,
Двигатель выведен из строя. Дымогенератор запущен. Пожарная
bit of an issue here.
неполадки устранены.
Fuck. I guess zoning torps and ranked or 1v1 isn't probably a good idea. Yeah, let's try that again. Kiev's good. I think the Soviet destroyers are vastly underappreciated by the player base. Especially the newer line. The Bovoy, the whatever, the Minsk, and the Udaloy. Yeah, Udaloy is just pretty damn good. Yeah, what do they got? Minsk again. Might be the same dude. Or no, he was a Kiev. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of the Russians in this shit. Too lazy to go through the rest of the line. The rest of the line's not bad, though. I don't know. I hear what you're saying.
Двигатель в форсированном режиме.
Did I learn my lesson last game? Apparently not. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
Пожарная тревога. Неполадки устранены.
Okay, where are no torpedoes coming the other way? He's making a rush here. Come on, start your engines. Holy shit, come on now. Turn on the engines, please. Oh, fuck, that wasn't even close. Why is this fucking thing not moving?
Двигатель выведен из строя. Неполадки устранены.
Jesus, this turret traverse is too slow to do that move. There we go. I was gonna flip sides and try and cut him off that way, but it wasn't gonna work. I'd say Udaloy, I'd say Zen Yang. Oyster Gutland, you don't even see that one ever. That one's just quickly climbing my ranks of favorite ships. Yeah, I got a Benham. Benham, I don't think I would bring to this game mode. But we'll see. He might hit us with 20,000 torps here. Rate of fire with the Udaloy. It hits pretty hard though. I mean, it's got good torps and good guns. I mean, there's not, and you got options to how exactly you want to set it up. Oh, fuck. One thing I gotta be worried about is a million torpedoes. Looks like he's trying to push that way, though. I'll wait till I think he launches, then we're gonna hit the speed boost. Just turn through the torps. Fuck. Now he's gonna turn around, we're gonna have another set. This time we're not gonna have any... Shit! Oh, that motherfucker. You're gonna pay for that one. That was actually a pretty good set, because I turned around and he accounted for it. Either he wildly aimed poorly, or he aimed really well. Benson, come on now. It'll be a year before you have a decent commander. I mean, level 11 should be your first goals, you know. I'll probably, now that I've had a lot of time to think about low level commander leveling and stuff on my Xbox account, maybe I'll do another video on how to handle the first year of upgrades. But, you know, blue stars when you get to have high tier ships and premium ships and shit like that don't matter anymore. You just eventually turn blue stars into free commendations by getting duplicate commanders once you have a commander that you can get duplicates of, which of course takes a lot of commendations to get the first one, but once you do, first time we talked about the concept, I used to call it a commendation portal, where basically you could just generate your own, you know, anytime I need commendations, I can go buy a duplicate Norm Scott. Since he's already maxed, I get a blue commendation. So right now I can get 2 of them because I got 2 million, almost 3, because they're about 9 million or 900,000 each, give or take. So technically we have just shy of 8 blue commendations at the moment. But low levels, like right now I got enough promotion orders to boost some guys. I got an insignia to boost a guy. But blue stars, I actually ran it. I was playing on my other account last night for a little bit. Ran it down to like 6,000 blue stars or something just to get them up to level 8. So blue stars are actually a limiting factor early, but once you get your ships up and running, 5, 6, 7, you know, tiers, that ceases to be an issue. Then we're talking about promotion orders, and then secondarily commendations and insignias. And then when you get to my level, which is 3-4 years of progression, now we don't care about promotion orders. I can't spend on blue stars, or once again just commendations. And the limiting factors are insignias and commendations. So what you got to be concerned about changes. And really your strategy needs to change. Like, my opening strategy for that account is just get every commander as quick as possible. Noob, 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 noob. Noob. Medi, you're the noob. You're the real noob in my heart, Medi. He does have a good point, though. I just started playing this game last week. Pretty fun. Noob. Noob. Noob, noob, noob. The kill took the bullet. Don't get mad, buddy. Just friendly fire. Did things correctly for the Venom, yeah. You got the torps in the water. Actually, that second salvo was pretty decent. That's a pretty good comedy bit. Medi should go on the road. Noob! Hey! Hey, Ma, get in here! I'm gonna call this guy on the TV a noob! You tell him, son! Singing. Yeah, you got a song out of me once in a while. Oh, was he the guy who sang? I don't think he was the player, was he? Oh, if he was, then I kicked the shit out of you, yeah. You got work, son. Go fuck yourself. Shout ahead. Gotta work in your... Yeah, well. Thanks for stopping by, Medi. Hopefully we'll see you later. Yeah, we might die here. Coming through this gap, you're already exposed, especially with a... Yeah, we might be able to get away with this. Shit, I forgot the speed boost. Got what I'm doing. One of the downsides of being a noob. Man of many talents, yes, Pop. Ooh, scheisse. That was not a good deployment. Looking forward to getting the high attack. I think people are going to like it. We'll see if everybody turns into... Yudachi players. Shit. Oh. Man alive. Might be a short game here. You don't like the high attack, huh? Hey, Chaz, what's going on? T-noob. That was a rather noob deployment, I'll give you. I don't know. The problem with that spawn is, like, you're kind of required to move forward, but you do have to... If you come through that gap... If you saw where the blue circle was, that's why it's a problem. Because you're potentially going to come around spotted, and like if they got 2 or 3 cruisers there, like they did. Oh, he took a shot. You can kill the Kronstadt before he goes. Okay, got that guy. Good. Nice. That's pretty good. I think this is... The Soyuz wrecked the destroyer and that Kronstadt, which is huge. There's two radars on the Alaska, but that takes the radar out of the middle of the map at least. Alright. But He might have a battleship behind him. Just dislike all the Japanese destroyers. Well, they're not for everyone. I've already played the radar roulette once. Do I want to do it again? I think so. I don't think there's anything clear from here. I'm going to try and cross this gap. Oh. Actually, I forgot about the Shima here. I was going to try and run through there. Maybe the last would hit me once, maybe not. Where is the Shima? I guess he's off the cap. Oh, shit. That's probably a loss. Now the Alaska can just rush both these destroyers. It looks like that's what he's doing. We got fucked, Blue. I wonder if any of you guys realize it. Nope. Can't get out of here. Oh, he turned off. Oh, we got another lease on life. Thank you very much. That was incredibly lucky. They need to be pressuring the side. Like, we have nothing holding up this structure over here. Like, we got B, we got C. That's our main advantage. Like, they're trading decently. But, I mean, whatever this battleship is down south could just grab C and B basically for free. We gotta come over here and support, though. Since we're all in on this fight. This is where if your team kills these radars, then it basically becomes loss-proof, because then I can just run amok, right? I can take out the Shima. At least, hopefully, trade with them. If not, just straight up win the fight. Okay. Come on, man. That's what you get for sailing next to a battleship. Alright, so we're gonna have all three caps. This Gearing's kind of defending B. I think just sitting here and spotting / capturing would be fine. So make sure we don't get rushed by an Alaska. All right. Yeah, these guys are not... If they had pushed forward this game, I think they would have won, but... This is a legendary tier game, so... Since I guess I can just trade the Hayate for the Shima at this point. We just don't want him nuking the battleships is the only problem. Like, gradually we could lose this game if the destroyer's contributing. So, we're probably going to die here. I mean, we're now surrounded by radars, but... Oh, he is getting C, fuck. Well, at this point, all I can really do is torpedo shit. There we go. Is that what I should do there? You want me to get back? Okay. How about I get back and you kill the radar? Next rank's tier 7, yep. Don't think the boat's gonna get you to play tier 8s. I got the Alsace unlocked. Now it's just a level, an unmodded version of it. Alright, oops, guess it's over. That one just felt like a kind of a shitty high tier game. But, whatever. Like we got it done, right? Got it done. Alright, so here's the Alsace. Got the new camo on it, whatever this shit is. Let's see what our ranked results were. '86, not horrible. Oops. '18 out of 21. That was a lot of German battleships today. Can you sell ships? Yeah, you can. Alright. Let's give it a whirl. Noob! You're only at tier 5? Oh, no, rush. That's what tier I'm at on my other account. 1 tier 5, 2 or 3. No, probably 3 or 4 tier 4s. I got Swirsky in this week's Commander crate. I just didn't have enough time for a full stream this week for the new account, but I wanted to at least get the crate unlocked and the promotion orders and stuff. Yeah, Swirsky, I'm interested in going all in on the European line anyways, so I think we'll boost him up a bit. Initially, I think I was planning on going with Stig, but this is my first destroyer line that we've unlocked on that one. Yeah, what do we got? A Colbert, Minotaur, Des Moines. Those are the main targets. Ibuki. Kaba. We got some stuff to shoot at. This map is tough. Try and get on a flank with this guy. Come on, Jesus. Albanor, coming or not? Thanks for tolerating the backseat driving. No worries, buddy. Wasn't taking any offense. Appreciate the donation. Shit on the Yamatos. Yeah, I got 1 Yamato, 2 Conquerors. I don't know. I've only played this ship 2 or 3 times. I don't know much about what to expect. Why are you turning this way now? Jesus. These guys cannot unstack themselves, can they? Play Samazuma, the big boomer. Ooh, wait. Can't go wrong with that one.
George Dewey is equivalent of a rock star.
Yeah, it's trying to remind me. Can't go wrong with Samazuma. Oof, Des Moines. Did I get a gun lock or no? Christ almighty, he has the same exact spot I am. Alright. Nothing we can do about that. Why are we moving? Alright, Colbert's killing himself. It has been 2 minutes 15 seconds this game, so attention span's probably running a little dry. Shit. I gotta get some secondaries on this thing, I think. Oops. I hit the reload, but I think he's killing me there anyways, so. At least we got him. We'll trade the battleship for their 1 destroyer. Should be the end of the game. If blue doesn't shit the bed, where are your torpedoes? Why am I not dead? There's another backline, Betty. Should get him. Come on. Musashi, was he the guy the whole time? There's something else back there. Good God. He's preoccupied. Double. I really like that a lot of times when people get doubles now, I got multiple guys on my team saying, boot it. I think the player base as a whole is recognizing the crowning achievement that is the double. Yeah, well, let's see if we can ram the Musashi. What the fuck is this right here? Gotta be the Ibuki, I guess. That's what sucks about stock battleship is you get outranged. Just straight up no counter. Oh well. I'm sure they couldn't possibly fuck up a 2-cap lead, right? Yeah, I mean, Stock Destroyer is tough because of the rudder shift, but I'd say it's the easiest in terms of stock ships. Cruiser, same thing. The mobility is usually the biggest problem. You usually get about a 10% HP boost, but this thing, you got bad health, bad mobility, and bad range to start with, which is pretty fucking bad for battleships. How do you sell ships you don't need? No, well, how do you determine what ships you need is first off. So here's the temptation as a new player, right? And let me sit down for a spell here. Let me give you some life advice, son. So when we're cruising through this line, right? Let's say we start off with the Jurian, then we got the Friant, and then we got Doogie, okay. Now the further up here you get, the harder the credit crunch is going to be, right? You get Emily, okay, I got plenty of cash for the Emily, go ahead and unlock it. Laga, sure, you should have the cash for that. All of a sudden, Algeria is 18 million to purchase. Is it 6 million? Who knows how many million it is, but it's a lot of million credits. Okay, well, a bit more of a commitment. But maybe I don't have that cash, so I'm going to be like, well, I don't need the log anymore. I'm going to sell that one and get this. Okay, well, fair enough. Now, the trap used to be at tier 7. Tier 7's more conducive to making credits now, so we can make the case for tier 8, but eventually, as a new player, you're going to be on the bottom of the leaderboard pretty much every game as you're going up the tier list, and you should be saying to yourself, shit, I should go back to the lower tiers and continue to increase my skill, but you won't. You're desperate. You're like, God damn, I need the Martel more than anything in the world. So you're not going to be making any money. You might even be losing money on these games. But finally, you grind this one out. You get the credits. Okay, we unlock the ship. Yeah, we got to do that. We had to sell the Algeria, right? Now you're in trouble. Because we're going to be losing money every single game on the Martel. And we won't even be able to afford the service costs. So now it's like, holy shit, how do I get all this money? I need, upgrade the Martel and do whatever else. Even play the goddamn thing. Well, now it's like, do I go back and buy this? Which one of these do I go back and rebuy? Well, you bought it at full price, then you sold it for half price. Now you're going to buy it for full price again. And these are very, very economically poor. It's an economically poor approach to the game. So my advice to you is don't sell anything above tier 3. All right. Number one, if you know for a fact I'm never going to play the Jaguar again, fine, don't go ahead and sell it. But it is one of the most common pitfalls of new players is they sell the ships as they go up the line, then they go bankrupt and they're forced to either buy doubloons or to quit the game. And if you like playing the game, it's a shitty option. So just don't sell. Selling ships is not a way to progress up the ranks. Playing the games, earning the credits is how to do it. Don't take the shortcut or you might get burned. Oh, the economy, man. Yeah, that's a good point. So here, let's compare a few different ships here. Well, we have only played high tiers so far, but... All right, so the entry fee to this is probably about 150,000 credits, right? We don't know exactly what it is, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, ship service is what we're looking at. So I load into my tier 8, I pay 150,000 credits, and then I shoot 18,000 credits worth of ammo, all right? Now, this is, I mean, technically it was a pretty bad game, I guess, so we didn't earn a lot of money there, but without premium, which most people don't have, I don't have it on my other account, I actually lose cash that game, right? So if I'm going to be playing on the low end of the leaderboard every time, and if I'm a new player, it's going to be hard to score, you know. I'm not going to be at the top of the leaderboard every game, but a lot of times I would be. That's where you're going to be making the money. So it's just kind of, the game's designed, games these days are designed to make you want to skip shit that seems repetitive. And to do that, you have to give the developers money, which is kind of bizarre. Back in my day, we played the video games because we liked them. Not because we had to go to work every day and grind away. But it is what it is. We live in the 2020s. Remarkable time to be alive. Playing L tier with 11 level 7 commander, bad idea. Well, I mean, I'll be doing it with a level 11 commander on my other account, but that's why part of the reason I'm doing the other series, and whoever the new player is, if you want to go to my playlist and look up the FTP or F2P or free to play or whatever the playlist is called, I got some streams on there basically starting from scratch. And the idea of the playthrough is I'm applying the gaming knowledge of someone who's been playing this game since it was in the alpha phase 4 years ago to, you know, how I would start out. Because the decisions you make are kind of easy to screw up early in terms of how you put your navy together. So I'm trying to do it as optimally as possible without spending any money. Alright, so good deployment here. Normally they would have been tempted to go along over here, but we don't need 2 destroyers in the same column. We need 1 in the mid and 1 over there. That's perfect. So we can post up on this corner and just cover the mid. Is what I want to be doing. So it's nice when your teammates cooperate. Occasionally it happens. No rush to get to the higher tiers. Absolutely not. Yeah, I got the Nuremberg unlocked on that, and I'll play it here and there, but we're working on the Congo, we're working on the Brittany, we're working on Visby, I think. Whatever a tier 3, no, a tier 4 European destroyers. Oof. Omaha. Oof. Omaha, challenging. Alright, well, number one, you gotta stop being where you are. I mean, my choice is, do I push forward and try and support, but he's already gone, and that would put me in the middle of the map pretty early. I could also try and go up here and then play in this, you know, this little gap between these 2 islands. I don't know if that's a good move to make or not. Too risky. This guy just... I don't know if he's put his controller down and given up or what, but... If you capture the base, great, but if you die while doing it, it's not the best play. Oh, shit. Bismarck. He's also trying to get in the middle, which I agree with. That's ultimately what you want to do, but not until you can do it without dying. That's the art. When can I get away with what I want to do? Yeah. Too bad our destroyer died there. A appears to be unguarded. If I'm the hipper, I would be counting the battleships. We got 3 battleships. We got 2 of them in known positions, so that's a bit of an issue. Because you want to be... There's the 3rd one. You want to figure out if you can get to A or not. And now we know the hipper can. Like, all 3 battleships are currently spotted. Kansas, Tirpitz, and Soyuz. So hipper can single-handedly go over here, get on this cap. If for some reason the destroyer's in there, hipper can beat the fuck out of the destroyer. If not, we get the cap and win the game. Or you could sit here and heal this guy for the rest of the game. Which does nothing to win the game, of course, but... Oops. That was a bad damage control. That might have fucked my game up. The gun was going to heal in 3 seconds anyway, and I hit it. Jesus. Alright, so he's grabbing B now. This is actually becoming an issue here. This is why this play, if he's over here and he's capturing this base, this flip is nullified. It returns the score back to neutral, but now Red's actually going to be winning the game. And we need to surround them and push them. Why the fuck you would be back there, I have no idea. Have you shot this game, is my question. Alright, so I'm going to have to rush the guy in B here. It's probably going to kill me, but... Otherwise, I think this game's over. These guys... Right now, these guys are in a 3v whatever. 5 or 6. This guy can't do much. Where's his battleship? Somehow he died. This guy... could care less if he puts his controller down or not. He's completely irrelevant. Currently, if he wants to move forward, that could change. Alright. So the interesting thing about him being right on this thing is I can actually push right along the edge of this island without any of these guys being able to shoot. Like if he's anywhere over here and I have to push him, these guys all kill me, which is why it's such a frustrating play to have to make, but we don't currently have to make it. Yeah, this would have been such a better game for him if he just... If he gets A. I think this game's over at that point. Alright, so he's trying to kill the black, which I agree with, but I don't think he can make the play. Fuck, 2 shatters, 1 and... Alright. So Republic lives, we do get the destroyer. That was a good change of events. Turn of events. We're just fine. We'll get the base eventually, but we just need to freeze the scoring. No, no, what happened to them? I think they had a pretty good... I don't think it was a good formation, but I think in the situation it was a pretty good advantage. That just didn't work. Alright, we got B, we got C. Crisis averted. Nightfall was last year's Halloween. 2021. The first set was Hyde. Japanese Destroyer Commander. And Einstein. What is Japanese Destroyer Commanders? Can't remember him. I briefly used... Well, I used him for about a year and then he got retired. Second set was Blue, German Destroyer Commander. What else? Jesus Christ. Well, not the most productive Azuma game, but I wouldn't change anything about what I did there. Oops. Yeah, I did alright, I guess. Oh, Republic. No wonder it felt so easy. Alright, let's see. First crop was, where is it? Hellsinger. Oh yeah, Mordoff was crop 2. Deeply, I think, was something else. Sano was... I can't even remember anymore. I think this was crop. Was this a Halloween commander? Creature of the Night. He must be. The goofier the fucking copy in their bio, the more likely they were to be a Halloween. Oh, who else? My winning son? Yeah, we're doing good. I can't remember because some of these are Warhammer and some are Halloween. Blue was crop 2. Deeply and Pickup or Space Event. Be Delightful was last year. Splendento was crop 2. Yeah, it was Splendento, Blue, and who? Some German, probably. Hyde was crop 1. No, we already got Blue. I don't know who the other one was. I don't know. Guess doesn't really... Oh, Mordoff. Yeah, Mordoff. Got into the game during the Atlanta campaign. Well, that was first campaign ever. So that was pretty, that was pretty early on. Yeah, let's go down to tier 5 and see what's happening. You remember when the game only had Japanese, American, and British lines? That was about the first 6 months of the game, yeah. It released in that state, and the British were just the cruisers, by the way. Or no, the cruisers and the destroyers. No! I take that back. The cruisers only went to Danae at tier 3, and then I had the destroyers and the battleships. Americans, Japanese had 3 lines each. Then the game, quote-unquote, fully released in the summer following. The game launched in January, February of whatever year. Maybe even March, I don't know. Then it was released later that summer, which meant the first major update happened. And then they've been adding shit ever since then. Alpha was where it was at. Yeah, you guys were kicking the shit out of me in the alpha. It took me about 5 minutes of playing before I was like, alright, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm getting on the Walls wiki and learning how to play the game. But I was having a blast. I'll tell you that. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was having a blast. Wish you moved from PC sooner. I get a lot of PC players, when they switch over here, they prefer it. I should do some sort of survey or something and find out why. Beta was interesting. Yeah, I kind of wish I would have done the beta, but I was still pretty focused on World of Tanks at the time. Oh, you do you, governor? Let's get this man some intelligence data. Lower tier ship. Oops. Oh god, it's a tier 5. Get a reboot World of Tanks stream. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just wouldn't be any good. I don't like to play games that I suck at, you know. And I just don't even remember how it works. Like, the spotting rules are critically important, and I'd have to relearn how to play the game.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
I would like to play. I enjoyed the piss out of that game. I was getting 30 views on my World of Tanks videos, and as soon as I started publishing these, it was way higher than that, so the choice was easy.
The ship is on fire.
Well, he's probably got a destroyer in that gap. I can either try and turn to dodge the torp, or I can just try and hit this and bounce. Seems alright, because then we'll block these guys, at least for the moment. Shit! Alright. Yeah, I didn't play World of Tanks to my heart's content. I just didn't have enough time to play both games. Jesus Christ, the fucking California. It's a great game to suck at, makes the reward of not sucking. The beauty of these games, and the frustrating part of, as someone who knows how to play the game, is it's a very hard game to play, right? It's hard to learn. The resources aren't there to properly learn it either. How did he... Oh, he must have just gone out of his max range. No, how did I spot him here? I mean, there's some games, like, if you play World, or not World of anything, if you play Call of Duty, and you play it for 5 years, you play it for 10 years, you're going to be about as good at each Call of Duty game as the next, right? I can go buy the new one, whatever it is. Used to do this. I played Call of Duty for about 5 years, and every November, whatever, I would go buy the latest one. And I was pretty fucking goddamn good at all of them, right? But you can't pick this game up and know how to play it. It's not a shooter. It looks like a shooter. A Call of Duty, you either set it to hard mode where you hit the guy 2 times and he's dead, 1 to 2 times, or you set it to normal mode where you hit him 3 or 4 times and he's dead, right? I don't know if that's still how it works, but that's how it used to be. This, I can shoot someone 500 times and not kill him if I'm not doing it right. But it doesn't really tell you how that works, you know? kind of either got to figure it out by trial and error, or you figure out you don't know how to play and go online and figure it out, you know. Those are your two options. Alright, they're not on a team. Where? Durf is running in terror. I want to rush these guys, but this California over here is a major problem. Yeah. Well, let's think about this. That California is a major fucking problem. I can't turn around and go buy those destroyers into B. That would take most of the rest of the game. If I push the Hayu guy, I'm either broadside to him or the California, and both of them wreck me. I guess I have to change guns and go at this guy from the front. Problem with this is, here's the Durf now. Here's a different Durf. I guess we're trading positions between the Durfs. Wasn't the other Durf black and white? I guess I'm seeing shit. Must be the same Durf. Losing my marbles. Came back to the game because he got a Forerunner and he had the funds to play the game. And that's the other thing. You got to be in the right stage of life. Like, get the Forerunner, get the mansion first. And if you manage to achieve that, then you can play this game. Left and right Durf. I don't know what I was seeing. I thought I saw like a black and white Durf, but...
Torpedoes, direct front. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly. Problem solved, sir.
Alright. Kamikaze.
Enemy destroyer brought up. Team has taken the lead.
How the fuck did I Higan a Kamikaze? Nice work. I'm dead, but we killed the Kamikaze. We'll take that trade. I love how they're clapping hands and celebrating. Like, this game ain't over. I'm about to die. This guy is going to have a tough time getting in position.
Our victory is in sight.
I would probably move up here if I were you guys. Got a lot of destroyers left, which is a nice advantage. They're not really getting bases or defending bases, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see if the Duca can get this DD. California, the problem with putting the California here is it's so slow that you can't really move it from there. It would take about 5 minutes to move it, but this has been a really... I couldn't move around the whole game, basically, because he was here unchecked, you know. I get maybe the Durf and the Duca didn't want to come rush him or anything, but I think they could have gotten away with that. I think Durf puts up parks here, duels him with the support of the Duca. I think that's a pretty easy fight. Alright. Well, if they get C, then the game's over. What's the one niche ship you see in a game and think if they don't die within 5 minutes we're going to lose? I'd say like Minotaurs usually. Or... I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good ships. Atago, you might be onto something because not a lot of people play it anymore. Can you get the Atago these days from the store?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Jian Wei.
Our victory is in sight.
All right, that one's over. I mean, getting back to the California though, it was a decent position for this game, but it's you got to really consider like Tennessee. I basically put it in the middle to start the game, even though it's you could see what happened. We didn't live very long. California, he's basically had the one firing line the whole game. Sometimes he had shots, sometimes not, but you kind of have to be like, where am I going to want to be in 5 minutes if this flank resolves in our favor with these really super slow battleships? Because once you're in the spot, you're kind of committed to the bit. Wichita, yeah, Wichita, Achakov a lot of times, if people don't deal with that one. California is a problem. Any ship with will to rebuild is a problem. Nice crossfire torps there, alright. Tennessee I don't play too much, but I do. It's one of those when I'm playing against it, I'm like, ah, damn. Alright. What should we play? Kind of haven't played a Warspite game for a little while. Weimar still alive 5 minutes in. Did you do the Wong Wei and ranked meta is the real question. Sirov, New Mexico, Bayern, Fuso, Tejas, Leander, Marblehead. Oyster? Yeah, I'm down to play Oyster. Retina's bursting to play. Never look directly at the Wong Wei. That's the wrong way to do it. $100 for Black Massa. Via crates or direct? Of course you did. What was the results? Alright, so a quick glance up top at the map. We got 4 battleships. We got 2 on this flank. We got 1 over here. I'm just going to play between C and B. Got 1 destroyer per side, so hopefully the spotting will be quasi-reliable on both flanks. We'll find out here. Got an Omaha tanking for us. Okay. He's playing. He's just not moving forward quite yet. He's playing. He's playing. All right. Everyone's got the control in their hand. It's a good sign. Oh. Is this the game we put the secondary build on the Warspite B? We'll find out. My new goal in life, every time I get focused by a carrier for the whole match, I put a secondary build on the ship. Not necessarily the same ship, but a ship. We make the environment for the carriers just a little bit more toxic for them.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Why are you moving right towards me? Jesus Christ, these guys. Helpless.
Well, if we play by each other, then they can't sink us, don't you know?
Got a Graf Spear and a French DD. Took a few matches to get away with it. What? Alright. Oh, I guess they're just going to trade spots with the New Mexico. Okay. Efficient use of the first 5 minutes of the game. He kind of likes it down here better anyways. So. I guess we'll just switch spots. That's fine. Safety in numbers. I gotta get the, there's one of these little clips that I can activate. I gotta get the scene from the Lord of the Rings where all those little hobbits are shivering and shitting in their pants under the tree trunk while the Nazgul's sniffing above them. And this would be a perfect time to play it. Just the fucking sheer terror that these guys have. Unless they're huddled up together. Alright. Should be sailing oil tankers. That's what it should be. I think if you're doing will to rebuild, you should not be able to shoot. Now, what do you think of that idea? That just popped into my brain. Like, if you're going to put the fucking reload or the refueling line in the water, that should tie up your weapons. Right? You can't be firing your guns when you're refueling a goddamn warship. Let's be serious here. There's a lot of flammable material. You ever seen a fireball when these things are shot come out of this thing? Both ships would blow up immediately. Oh! You're down? You'd allow it? I think that would be a good positive change. I would no longer be anti-will to rebuild if they implemented that strategy.
Concentrate fire on that enemy warship.
Then I think it would be fair. You want to clump up and piss your pants? Go ahead, just don't shoot back. Boom!
We destroyed their destroyer.
Just want to see the form rate. How can you fire your guns if you're holding hands? These are good questions. Fuck, I might pitch that to the devs here. Maybe we just solved the problem. I mean, the will to rebuild zealots can still have their little health pool, you know. Sure, you can't be sunk, but you can't do anything while you're invincible. That's a decent balanced game mechanic. Being able to continue to deal damage at full strength while being invincible, a little more debatable. You know, I don't know. Is that fair? Is that a good idea? Should we just say this guy's better at picking commander builds than the other guy and call it a win? Oh, look who's found us. Wow.
We've sprung a leak. We're filling up fast.
Sirov.
Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes to port.
And you move at half speed, yeah. There's got to be some debuff, right? If I'm invincible, make there be a cost to the play. Not just, battleship's the most popular, so let's make it the strongest. Or give it the strongest perk. I know every time I bitch about will to rebuild, I get the 5 battleship bans that are like, well, you don't understand. Battleship's tough to play. You know, it's designed to be that way. It's not... Everybody who plays this game is like, wow, the battleships are the biggest. Those are the ones I've heard of. Ergo, you know, it should be basically impossible to sink. Well, this is a video game. And if you automatically win the game by pre-in-game decisions, you know, I set up this build, I pick this class, I win the game. Not a lot of longevity to that game, right? We're not actually playing a game. We're just running the Yamato out there, and it just blows up everything. Well, you don't need to play against human players to do that. That used to be like something you'd see on an NES game where you just blow up shit. Do that against the AI. That's fine. Too much HE spam. Exactly. Yeah, that is the number one. Just anytime I bitch about will to rebuild, read the comments of the videos. It is the same fucking arguments every time. Well, you don't understand. Like, if you know how to play the game, it's easy to counter. Okay, well, 8 of the guys on my team don't know how to play the game, so I can't counter it by myself. Ergo, you're now invincible. Well, there's too much HE spam. Have you ever shot the fucking cruiser? Oh, you haven't? Well, try that first and then get back to us. The closest one to being legitimate is battleship's the least effective class. So it's just the most randomized, right? The guns are the least accurate, so it's the least reliable. But here I got the battleship in the middle of the map. It's the same shit I do, or I try and do most games. Oops. What are you doing? Jesus. Know how to play the game, HE spam's easy counter to, yeah. Or, well, what's the deal? We can't even see the destroyers. Oh. You know if they can see you, though, right? You know how to read the spotted. Oh, you don't know? Well, now that reading the game situation is a skill. It takes time, yes. But you don't need to be complaining on Reddit and trying to change the game when you got 300 games experience. Right now, I know I'm not under a torpedo attack because nobody can see me, right? Even if I didn't know where this mine case is, I know where he isn't. He's not attacking me at the moment. If I'm sitting here launching shit at the moon and I'm on my reload cooldown, okay, well, what's spotting me? If it's not the ship, you know, no ships that I know about have a line of sight of me. Okay, something spotted me. Shit. Destroyer. What do destroyer players almost always do? Torp battleships. Okay, well, some dude's trying to torp me right now. How do I respond? Change directions. Change speed. Push into where I think he is and try and kill the fucker. I'll give this guy right here a chance to kill me. If he does, great. If he doesn't, he's gonna die. But there's ways to do this shit, right? Watch this. Alright, he killed me, but... Now, in this situation, maybe a trade isn't the best, because it's actually 4-4, but usually we would trade a battleship for a destroyer all day, every day, right? It turned out it's a miss. Gem? Are you sure this is the play we want to be making right now? Oh, well, we tried. Yeah, I would agree with the people that say it's harder. Battleship is the hardest class to win the game as a solo player. That I would agree with. Does it mean they need any sort of advantage? No. Not every single ship that is put into the game or ship type is designed to be there to the end of the game, right? If I get in the Prince Rupert game, I expect the game to be about 5 to 7 minutes long. If they designed the Prince Rupert to do what it does and be there for 15 minutes, nobody would play the game because it would be 9 Prince Ruperts versus 9 Prince Ruperts. You need a poop mid-game hit reverse. I mean, it's not a bad guess. But what I'm really hearing from the Will Rebuild guys is they don't like the fact that their class can be sunk. You don't go on Reddit and see 10 threads about how fucking annoying radars are. Now, granted, most of the people playing Destroyer only care about torping the carriers, so they don't really care about the radars. But for people trying to play Destroyer, you know, radar is pretty tough. For playing Battleship, Destroyers are tough. Yeah, you got to learn how to do them. Cruiser, man. Try playing Cruiser with the 5 battleships every fucking game. That's tough. Oh, the oyster. Shit. The oyster. Alright, well. I must focus. Going to Reddit to see what the latest picture is. It's been a while since I've looked at Reddit. For the WoWs. I check the only thing I do on Reddit is look at the Ukrainian updates. It's a good spot for decent info on what's going on in the war. Rupert needs 50mm bow. Come on now. I don't think Bill's working. He might be watching. More health you have, the less you can afford to get hit. Well, that's a good point, too. Battleship 101. I mean, to be fair to the Battleship players as a whole, and I'm a 3rd Battleship player, a lot of them do chime in and say, we 100% agree Will to Rebuild is stupid. But it's in the game and we use it. Fuck you guys. That I have no problem with. It's the people that actually try and defend it as like a good idea. That's where I start to lose the plot a little bit. You know. Yeah, the cruisers, if you think back early on, they were rarely played ever. I kind of made it my mission for a while to get more people to play cruisers. And then as that was going on, they began to buff them, which was good. But still, it's check the game. I mean, this is, as we're making the point, we're in a cruiser heavy game, which is, by the way, almost always the most fun. 1 destroyer, 2 battleships, the rest cruisers. This is a cool lineup. You know, this should be a fun game. And like if I was setting up a tournament, I would either do 1 destroyer, 2 battleships, or probably more likely 2 battleships, or rather 2 destroyers and 1 battleship.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
And the rest cruisers. Alright. But 5 fucking battleships stacked on top of each other game after game after game after game is not good for this game. I don't advocate any sort of weighted matchmaking in terms of either there's a cap to this class or there's prescribed amounts, 3 destroyers, 3 cruisers, 3 battleships every game. I don't think any of those are going to work as intended, and I don't think they're good ideas to begin with. But wow, look at that. It's not the game being played at its highest level, right? Which you would think people would want to do.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
But I can't one-shot the cruiser as a cruiser, so... Seems to be a gravity well forming around me. Yeah, we got a lot of resources on one line, don't we? A lot of resources on one line. But, to be fair, I mean, there's not a lot of cover in this map. Edinburgh not reacting to being targeted. That's good. Means he's not paying it. Either he doesn't have ingenious or he's not paying attention to it. Alright, so as Meta's observing, we have a lot of resources right here, so I'm going to try and break it up a little bit just by playing more in the mid.
Нужна разведка.
Need some arena. Yeah, we haven't had arena for a little while. I like the 1v1s. Just can't go wrong with a good session of arena. Cruiser only ranked? Yeah, that'd be fun. I think the 1v1 would be...
Пожарная тревога.
Why am I worried about him torping me? Yeah, like a 5v5 cruiser match or something. I think that'd be kind of, well, I don't know. I think the game works well with like at least one of each, right? You got one guy spotting, you got one battleship holding down a line. And then the rest of the guys kind of playing positionally. New Orleans taking some bites. Jesus. Yeah, well, we got this side of the map which has 2 caps, you'll notice. 9v9 one class matches. Well, it'd be interesting to see how it goes. What the fuck is this guy doing? Hey, don't you have errands to run or something? Maybe he was waiting for a heal or something. I don't know, but I would get forward a little bit. See what you can do.
Пожарная тревога.
I forgot I don't want to play the ship at range, do I?
Неполадки устранены.
Oh my god. What a douche.
Пожарная тревога.
He just... The guy turned completely broadside by his dude. I would be calling him a few names. Yeah, I want to close in, but unfortunately we're committed to just chilling here. Is this the same fucking guy? But it's fine. I mean, we've decided, okay, we're up on caps. Let's just defend the space, but it's not going to work for me. So this is the danger when we have the advantage. Like, I moved in, I'm about to die because I'm getting focused. He's going to move in, he's going to die because he's going to get focused. So, rather than let that happen, we should fuck this guy up, huh?
Союзники, поддержите огнем по указанной цели.
Fuck. Nope, got away with it. Alright, well that's a loss. Three aircraft carriers, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 2 destroyers. I'd play it once. Rank of Delightful, I think it's 14-2 or 16-2. It's too hard for me to put all, 25 commendations in a guy that doesn't generate any. Which side it looks more reasonable to support? Miyoko, Gneisenau, and Iowa. Helena, Algerie, Brandenburg. What a shit lineup this is.
Action stations.
Alright. No carrier, unfortunately. Azuma we played earlier. They're holding the middle position in the one with the O for cap A. The big circle cap. I don't know the name of it. Didn't score well, but played the game exactly how I'd want to play it. They put any AA builds on USN DDs yet? I don't think we've gotten focused during those games. They'll happen sooner or later. I've converted about 10 ships to AA builds so far. That's just kind of my rule of thumb to save me money and be able to continue to work on my tier 8s. I'll just keep going along, and every time a carrier's like, hey, here's that Tbull guy, I'm gonna focus him for 20 minutes. Then in response, after he sinks me, I go find a ship that looks like it would be fun shooting a bunch of planes down with, and I put everything AA. So eventually my whole navy will be AA. But it's too expensive to convert all at once. Yeah, we do have the DD over here. What do we got? Kagero. Got an Atlanta, Helena, Belfast combo. They're probably in the middle. Sumner. Yeah, I should probably start looking at some... I don't know if I'd change... I bet you I'd probably put a AA on Mordov slot 1.
Engine boost deactivated.
Which, aside from the cruisers, is always step 1.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
Alright.
We destroyed an enemy battleship. Off to a cracking start.
Nice work. All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
Don't have to sacrifice much performance.
I need support.
Oops.
All stations, reporting the position of strategic target.
Probably won't be able to kill him or we can damage him. Got AA Oyster, but don't get curious. I get him about once every 5 games or so. But when you get him, my god, is it fun. So I'll use this smoke. Alright, so we gotta figure out where 2 cruisers are.
Requesting assistance. Herzlichen Dank.
Yeah, we better go back and defend the base. I gotta get this Kagero dead. Oh, the legendary CVs. One of these days I'll get Meta and Cranky together and we'll do a Punish the Carrier stream. It's probably not gonna happen in December, but when things slow down for me a little bit.
I need intelligence data. À toutes les forces présentes. Protégez la base. Engine boost activated.
That'll be a fun one. Alright, so we gotta kill him and then we'll just turn right around. Oh. They do have a cruiser pushing their base.
Engine damage. Nice work.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Problem solved, sir.
So we got 2 options. We can either just commit to pressuring their base. They're not pressuring ours very hard. We do have an Iowa and a full health Colorado. And they don't have a destroyer. I think we're going to roll the dice. I think it's a more reliable play generally to commit to defending your base.
Reporting a target's position.
But what I think I can do is sit on the south end of this cap, spot anything coming around the bend here. And we got a decently large offensive force here. Brandenburg needs to chill. You don't want to push. You don't want to push here and get shot by 3 or 4 ships. You want to just. Right now, you got a 4v this thing plus me. If I want to shoot, I can also chime in. And the Atlanta can't defend itself. Like, do not push around here and get shot by the whole Navy. All right, they are pushing our base, and we're down to 1 defender. So I might have to actually leave this situation. There has to be someone to reset the base, right? And a Ritchie and a Tirpitz versus a broadside Colorado is not going to sustain for very long. So I thought those battleship defenders would last long enough for us to kill these guys, but I see now that that was wrong. Alright. Again, I don't have to really sink these guys. I can get into a spot. If one of them pushes down the gut, then they might win the game. What the play they need to make is kill this thing, have one guy on the base, and have the other guy push. Either he needs to kill me, which is what he's... Looks like that's precisely the play they're making. So he's actually coming back to defend the base, which is smart. But I think the path for them to win is these 2 ships kill this thing. Ritchie make it so I can't reset him, right? He doesn't even need to kill me. All he needs to do is anchor right here. Me or anybody else can't really reset the Tirpitz at that point in time. We sure as shit can't go all the way around here to get it. Especially if Colorado gets off the base here. That's another problem. Alright, so if the Ritchie comes around here, bombs on these guys, resets us all, I think we lose the game. Or if the Colorado can stay alive long enough to reset this guy a lot. We might have a shot, but this is not looking good.
I need intelligence data.
Fuck, I need intelligence data.
Has taken the lead.
Yeah. We got 4 seconds if he doesn't see anyone right now, which I guess he doesn't. That seems strange to me. I feel like he had a shot there. Unless that dude wasn't lit or something. I don't know. That's a good example of why capture the base mode games are often a lot more interesting strategically than domination mode games. Like domination mode, which team's playing the base is okay, they probably are going to win the game. Sure, you can get very interesting domination mode games. Don't get me wrong. But here you get, there's like multiple layers of conflict or overlapping strategy, I guess. That, you know, I mean, that both teams could have won that game. We've capped with Lexington. Carriers should be looking for opportunities to cap. Alright. Probably got time for about one more here. Good carrier player on your team's golden. I think the biggest problem that carriers, as they exist in this game, have, and I'm talking about like how the game dictates them be played and everything else, is they don't score for doing the right thing, right? Like everything else scores well for doing the right thing generally. The carriers doing the right thing is countering the destroyers and spotting for the team, and that usually doesn't score as well for them. long as you pre-drop with Saipan and never run out of planes. There's some carriers that you can't deplane. If I ever wanted to get better at carriers, I'd probably have to figure out what the sweet spot is for that pre-drop move. Like Kaga, you don't have to pre-drop. You can just keep sending wave after wave. Arc Royals is ridiculous. All right, let's see how close we can get to 200 likes before we go here. So we have 2 agents of spotting. We have a destroyer and a carrier. We have 1 agent of spotting, the Implacable. And he's playing the other side, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Akaru's a plane factory. I've only run into that once or twice so far. Makes grinding lying hard, yeah. Yeah, I wish carriers got a lot of experience for spotting. And I wish the game would tell you that was the case. Even if they made that so, nobody would figure it out. As the game currently operates. But I think that would make carriers a lot more fun to play with. And around. Or maybe they'd make them a lot worse, I don't know. I mean, playing against a good carrier player can be pretty goddamn frustrating. Deal less damage, be awarded increased spotting. I would agree with that, but that would never happen, unfortunately. Why? Because people like to get high damage carrier games. It's pretty much most of the carrier players, all they're trying to do is bomb battleships, right? I thought the carriers came in the game in a fine spot, but you know. The problem is they have a number in their mind. It might be 25%, it might be 15, it might be 10 or whatever, but they want X amount of players in carriers in a certain percentage of the games. Please don't be right next to me all the time. You know. It's probably management or the stockholders or however the company is organized. Saying, all right, we spent 500,000 or we spent 2 million or whatever the cost is developing this shit. If people aren't playing it X amount of time, they're not going to buy the premiums, which means we're not going to recoup the cost. Get them in the fucking pilot seats. All right, well, how do we do that? Let's keep boosting the damage by 5% every other update, which is basically what they've been doing. Carriers have gotten a lot of buffs announced and unannounced. All right, we do have our destroyer on B. We should be helping him. So I can't really do anything over here. Yeah, we got B. We're in our... Jesus. Fucking hell. Oh well, that was a fun one. Chop 5 has loads of shadow buffs. I've never noticed it. Why I know the planes have buffs is because I update the stats every time there's a new carrier for us to test. The stats of the planes. That's the only carrier stats I track. And a lot of times they changed when they weren't supposed to. I.e. they weren't announced. Very rarely do I see shit change in my ship build stats except for... Oh, I boosted that commander 2 levels. And the reload went down 0.1 seconds or something like that. Planes all of a sudden going faster or doing whatever X amount of damage more or whatever. It's kind of noticeable, right? There we go. Ah, I see the decision to end my game has been made. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Nothing you can do about that, right? Alright, that wasn't really a focus, but... He's got the Halloween bat skins. Cali full anti-air build. It's a glorious thing. I got it on mine, but there's 2 problems with it. Or I think there's one problem is I think the carrier players know very quickly that the California will fuck them up anyways. So they tend to avoid it. Alright, well, I do have to get going here, but I appreciate you guys hanging out here today. At Albino Rhino, donations. Young Pioneer, new member, appreciate that. Polonius, donation, and Get Stung. Very generous today, guys. Appreciate that. Plan for the rest of the weekend. I got to work tomorrow, unfortunately. And I don't know if I'll have video up or not. Maybe I could bull bite put together or something. What do we got left for the campaign? 2 weeks, right? Yeah, 2 weeks. So as we get into December here, I'm going to have to probably come up with a member stream early in the month. So you guys stay tuned to that. It might be next weekend. Probably not next weekend. Maybe next Sunday. I don't know if I work next Sunday or not, but as soon as we can do it, we'll do it. All right. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of this weekend. Hookers and PBR. Not a bad way to do it.